All right, hey South Texas, I hope your day is going well. It's a very cloudy start to our day and been kind of gloomy. There's even been a little bit of drizzle reported in some areas. You see it on one of our traffic cams there that's looping at the bottom of the screen. You saw a little bit of moisture on the lens. I've got my Facebook up here. Let me turn it down just a bit there. There we go. I can answer your questions, by the way, so feel free to ask them here on Facebook. Jesse says, what's happening now? Sharon says good morning. Sierra says good morning. Good morning to both of you. Good morning to everybody. I hope you're having a nice day. Hello, Sherry. A lot of people up early this Saturday. I guess it's not too early anymore. Now we're at 11:22. I've been up early at least. But hey, I hope you all having a wonderful Saturday. It is a little bit more cloud cover than what we were expecting at first. It seemed like much of the cloud cover would stay further onto the east overnight, but it really managed to build across the region and impact us this morning. And that's what we're seeing. Right now, a lot of cloud cover for our area. And let me actually bring up some of our tower cams too. That way we can get a look at those. Good morning, Diane. Jill says, is there any severe weather expected? It doesn't really look too much like it, but we are expecting a lot of rain. A bit cloudy, says Jesse. Yeah, just a little bit on the cloudy side. Hello and good morning from Floresville, Sasha. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lorraine, and good morning again, Sherry, or another Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. So there's a look. Ooh, it is cloudy out there. That's a look from northwest San Antonio. Very cloudy as we look out from the medical center. Out at the airport, I don't think that's going to be impacting the flights very too much, but you see it is very cloudy out there. And then Calaveras Lake, looking pretty gloomy itself. Now here's the good news. This cloud cover will keep us a little bit cooler. So maybe a good day to go for a hike. Lisa says, a lot of rain, question mark, and is it going to be today? The answer is, there is a slight chance for a few brief periods of drizzle today, but when it comes to rainfall, not really expecting much of any today. The rain chances will start to increase tonight though. And we're going to talk all about that here in a moment. First of all, look at the allergy report. Mold is coming in light. Ash is coming in light as well. So guess what? No mountain cedar on the board. That's a pretty good day. Will Medina Lake fill up this week? Man, Stephen, I could only imagine that Medina Lake is getting a little bit lower with how dry it's been. And Stephen, I think we are going to see it fill up a good bit. Because we are expecting maybe even up to 2 inches of rainfall for some spots. But further on off to the west, where the rivers are that kind of fill Medina Lake, not as much in the way of rainfall. We're going to see that here in just a moment. I see Javier says he wishes it was a little warmer. Javier, me too. I'm big on the warmer weather myself. So let's check out what those temperatures are. It's 51 in San Antonio, 64 in Eagle Pass, 60 in Houston, and 55 for our friends in Waco. As far as rain's concerned, a few sprinkles over there towards Houston and further to the east, stretching closer towards Lake Charles. Nothing in the way of rainfall for us, though. We're dry right now. We just have that thick cloud cover that's filling in across our region. So looking at visible, you see that thick cloud cover over our region. You didn't really see it very well on the previous satellite image we showed. That's why I want to show you visible satellite as well. And you may notice something else on here. I want to point this out. This is cloud cover. This, though, closer to Abilene, notice how it's not moving. It's not clouds that aren't moving. That is actually the snow that they got a couple of days ago. So that shows up on visible satellite. Meanwhile, we have just plain old cloud cover, though, moving over our area. Right now, 40s to 60s to even 70s, depending on where you are. You see 49 in Fredericksburg compared to 74 in George West and Beeville. The next 12 hours, our temperatures will go up to around the mid to upper 60s for much of the region. Some spots, though, will be in the 70s. Olga says hello from Seguin. Hello to you. I see, what about Leon Valley rain? JB, there will be a chance for some rain in Leon Valley. We're going to have that update right now. So here's the timeline. Everyone wants to know, what's this rain going to do? Here's the timeline for it. So possibly a few isolated showers near Columbus, George West, Beeville. By the time we get to 4:30, that's when we have that more of a 10% chance for rain start to develop, bumping up to about a 20 to 30% chance for rain tonight. Notice by the time we get to Sunday around 5:30 a.m., seeing a few showers out there. we're going to keep with about a 30 to 40% chance for rain in on Sunday. You're not guaranteed to see rain, but you're going to have that chance. And much of the rain that we see is going to be lighter rain. We're not talking about really heavy rainfall, just a few light rain showers going through here and there. Very thick cloud cover. Temperature is going to be in the 70s, though, for our highs on Sunday, so should be a pretty nice day as we head throughout the day on Sunday, other than the rain. Still going to be warmer, not going to be as cold as what we've been dealing with these past few days. And then Monday at 10:30 a.m. So Sunday looking a little damp, not a washout, but Monday, notice some of these showers and heavier showers, and maybe even a few rumbles of thunder with these further on off to the west. This is when we're going to start to see some heavier rain start to move into our region. That's going to be Monday afternoon. We're going to have some heavy rain here and there. It's going to be more of that washout compared to what we're expecting on Sunday. And you know, whenever we show that tight-end view of the futurecast, that's one of our short-range models. We have models that take weather data for a short period of time, like 48 hours, and other models that can take periods of time for 5 days and onward. This is one of our more long-range weather models that we look at, and here's what it's showing. Sunday, it shows the rain moving through. Monday, there's more shower activity, a little bit heavier, a little bit more rainfall. We move into Tuesday, and it's trying to show a lot of this heavier rain off to our north. Now, I want to let you know on Tuesday, this rain that's off to our north could very well be over South Texas as well. So know that we could have some more heavy rain on Tuesday. Either way, we're expecting rainfall. That continues into Wednesday morning, and then by the time we head into later in the day on Wednesday, really more into the early hours of the morning on Thursday, we're going to see the shower activity move out. A cold front will move through. It's going to bring us drier air, and it's going to bring us cooler air as well. And you're going to see that in the 7-day forecast. So here we go. Dry conditions there on Thursday. Going to be nice and dry. And then you see by the rainfall totals, we're going to have anywhere from about 1/2 of an inch to even up to 2 inches of rain possible for our region. So we are talking the possibility of some heavy rain over some areas, and it's going to be nice for our drought conditions because we really need some rainfall. So about 1/2 of an inch of rain or up to 3/4 of an inch of rain possible for maybe over towards Eagle Pass, Del Rio. Uvalde could see an inch of rain. That's big because they currently have an extreme drought over their region. I want you to look up towards Kerrville, Bandera County, Kerr County, Bandera County could see up to 1.5 inches to 2 inches. That would be that rain that would fill up Medina Lake. It's kind of right there on the edge, but it would fall on Medina Lake. You see upstream, though, up towards Rock Springs, Kerrville, maybe closer to 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Great to see that rain because we really need it. The drought has been pretty tough here over the past couple of months, and it will be nice to see some heavy rain in here to help us out a bit. So there's the drought conditions. You see where it's the worst, the severe to extreme drought, really over towards Uvalde, Eagle Pass, Del Rio. I imagine that's going to see a lot of improvement, even though you're not seeing the heaviest rain over the next 7 days compared to some other spots in South Texas. That amount of rainfall for your region is going to be very helpful because remember, Del Rio and Uvalde and Eagle Pass, they don't see as much rain per year compared to right here in San Antonio typically. So just a little bit of extra rainfall could help you a lot. Then New Braunfels, Gonzales, Cuero, I mean, we're really going to see that severe drought pushed back. But I don't imagine it will show up much in this next Drought Monitor update. Remember, the Drought Monitor, they update it every Tuesday, and then the latest map comes out every Thursday. So this Thursday, we'll only see an update for the amount of rain we see through Tuesday. Next week, though, when the Drought Monitor comes out the next Thursday, I think we're going to see just huge improvements in our drought conditions. So, continuing into the 7-day forecast, you know we got Valentine's Day on the board now. Check that out. Valentine's Day on Friday, going to be mostly sunny, 64 for the high, 40s for the lows. great weather for Valentine's Day. And if you're having to celebrate early on Thursday, maybe, it is looking like nice weather too. Highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s. And that's after a really wet week. Check it out. It's going to be nice weather to be outside. Maybe you have Valentine's Day plans outside there for Thursday and Friday because we're going to have a wet week ahead of us. Sunday, 40% chance for rain, 50% chance on Monday, 60 on Tuesday. You see that 70% chance on Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then Wednesday brings the 40% chance. And I want to let you know that's mainly for the morning. We're still going to have some lingering rain chances as we head into the early afternoon, but rain chances are really going to taper off as we get closer towards sunset on Wednesday. Then the extended look. I always like to look beyond the 7-day to give you an idea of what the weather may be like. So in the next 8 to 14 days, so look beyond the 7-day forecast from day 8 to day 14, it looks like we could have above average rainfall. So what we're dealing with this week, we could have more of next week, which is good. We could use the rain. Taking a look at the temperature outlook, it looks like we'll be around average for this time of year. That's lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s, which is pretty much what we see on Thursday and Friday. That's very close to our average for this time of year. With those lows in the mid-40s, highs in the mid-60s, very much our average for this time of year. Your Lone Star 3-day. Here's a look across the state. You know, they're going to get a lot of wet weather, not just here in San Antonio as we start our way into Sunday, but much of the state going to see showers and storms return to the forecast. You see it in for Monday. You see it in for Tuesday. So it's not just wet weather here in San Antonio this week. It's really across the state. The next 3 days they're expecting some rain to return to the forecast. Then the flu index, we've been talking about it every day. Still, there hasn't been an update to it since yesterday, so don't expect any updates if you watched the Facebook Live yesterday, but for the flu index. But you see widespread flu activity for everywhere but Oregon, and then Hawaii is also still regional, if I can get over to it. There it is, still regional activity in Hawaii as well. So nothing really changed since yesterday, though. But yeah, that's a little bit of an update on what our forecast is. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'd be happy to answer them. You know, it's nice to see some more rain in the forecast. I would love to actually also, this is one of our weather models. I'd love to show you this too. This is one of the weather models showing all the way through Thursday. You see Monday pretty wet. Rainfall totals going up to 2 inches in some spots. So this is just one weather model. This is not exactly what's going to happen. It just gives us an idea on what this weather model thinks will happen. It thinks that maybe up to 2 inches in Rock Springs, 1 3/4 of an inch almost in San Antonio through Thursday, more than 2 inches in Bernie, more than 2.5 inches in New Braunfels. That's a good amount of rainfall, and especially in the period of time we have it. It's much needed, and it looks like we're going to get a good amount. And I want to show you what I'm talking about with these weather models when we compare them. So this is just for the next 5 days in San Antonio. This is 4 different weather models. We have the RPM, which is more of a short range, and now we're going to get a little sciencey here. The RPM is a short range. You notice how it ends here. Remember, some of these models don't go as far out as others. The RPM only lets us know out through Monday night, or really even Monday morning, not even throughout a full day on Monday. And then we have the NAM, which doesn't even get us all the way through Tuesday. Now, the GFS and the European model, they take us even past 5 days. So that's why they go to the end of the graph there. Gives you an idea what we're looking at. And you can see we can get an idea about what they're all trying to call for by Monday, maybe even more than 1/4 of an inch, which is what the RPM is showing, but other models saying less than 1/4 of an inch. And man, the NAM looks like it's barely trying to put any rain over us in that time. Obviously, the one model that is calling for more than others is the European model, 1.33 inches there over the next 5 days. So it's running a little bit higher than some of the others. Gives you an idea, though, what we're looking at. But yeah, looks like we're going to see a good amount of rainfall, I think. I think this is an actual forecast. So this isn't comparing weather models. This is what we actually think could happen. we really do think we could pick up a maybe up to 2 inches of rainfall in some spots, and looks like the map's not updating. Sometimes the system can get a little clunky. Let's see if I can get this to update. There it is. Cool. So, you know, this is the actual forecast. Maybe closer to 2 inches of rainfall in New Braunfels and San Marcos. San Antonio, 1.5 inches possibly. Hondo, Pleasanton, kind of similar, 1 inch to 2 inches of rainfall. And that's a good amount of rain. And that much needed, and I hope we get to see it. But for now, I don't see any new questions coming in. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. It's going to be a cloudy Saturday, maybe a little bit of drizzle here and there, but much of us will not see a drop of rainfall. You can see that rotating traffic cam below. And you see not really much rain, but definitely very gloomy. There are some of those traffic cams that are showing a little bit of drizzle on there. And you'll see that in a moment. Looks like a little bit of a backup at IH10 at Loop. Rats, I missed what, I think it was at 1604. I-10 at 1604. But yeah, you see a few droplets on the lens there at Wiseman, but not too bad. The roads are all looking pretty dry out there. So that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and head off. Hello, Noah. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And we'll have more updates, of course, on Kent's 5 later on this afternoon. Here on social media, on our social media platforms, on kents5.com. If you don't have the app, download it. You can get all the updates. You'll know whenever we're live here. And you can also get updates whenever you're on the go throughout the day. Hope you all have a wonderful Saturday, though. Remember to download that Kents 5 app from the App Store. Also, you can follow us on YouTube. We're actually live on YouTube right now, too. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel just by going to our platform, Kents 5. Do you think there will be any more rain in Alamo Heights? Noah, it is possible that you could get some more drizzle, but as far as heavy rain, very unlikely. It would be brief periods of drizzle, very brief if you see any. Gabriel, same thing for New Braunfels. Any rain that we see anywhere in the area today would be brief, and it would not be heavy. It would just be kind of a period of drizzle across the region. But I expect things to clear up a little bit. We're not going to be a clear sky today, but I expect a few more breaks in the cloud cover later on this afternoon. So y'all have a wonderful day. I really am going to sign off now. If you have any questions, I may try to answer them a little bit later in the comments. But y'all have a wonderful Saturday and a wonderful weekend. We'll have another Facebook Live update, of course, tomorrow morning around the same time. Have a great one.